There's a random banana here. I don't know. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Emma. I post college vlogs, morning routines, lifestyle videos, and I occasionally am going to be giving you guys some tips about college as I learn college. So if you like videos like that, hit the subscribe button. I post videos every Sunday and occasionally on Wednesdays. And yeah, you saw the title of today's video. I'm going to be telling you about some stuff that I did doing credit overload in college. Regardless if you are doing credit overload, I think these tips are going to help you anyways. A little background information: I took 21 credits in the spring of 2021. They were all online, and it took a lot of motivation. So I switched to my other camera just for better quality. For this video, I'm assuming that you've already applied for credit overload, or if you're thinking about it, you know that you're going to be accepted. For my school, it had to be that you had a certain GPA already and you were already doing full-time in the past, and like there was requirements. I don't know what your school might be, but that's what mine was, and I had to apply, fill out paperwork, and get accepted to do credit overload. Sometimes you might not get approved, and I think one of the major reasons you might not get approved is if you have a job. I didn't have a job, and you also have to have a legit reason. Regardless if you had to fill out paperwork, you need to have a good reason to do this. It's very hard, and the classes aren't going to be as enjoyable as normal because you're going to be frustrated. There's going to be so much work. So make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Why I did it is because I wanted to graduate earlier, and I guess that was a good enough reason. With me having straight A's in the past, a good GPA, and full-time and no working, that is why I was accepted. Second tip, don't take more than you can handle. For my school, you're a full-time student if you're taking 15 or more credits. Or is it 12? I think it's 15. You're full-time if you're taking about 4 classes, 3 credits each. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 12 credits. With me having straight A's in the past, a good GPA. Anyway, every school has a limit for how much overtime you can do in one semester. I think the limit is 21, and I did 21. So just make sure you know what you can handle. I knew I could handle 21. So here's what I did. So I didn't have 8 classes every single day for 16 weeks. So like I said, I took them all online, but you don't have to do that. What I did was I wrote it down. I only had 5 classes at a time. So I had 1 4-week class with 2 8-week classes and 2 16-week classes. So for the first 8 weeks, I had 5 classes. Then after the 8 weeks were done, I already had 3 classes done. Then replace those 2 8-week classes with 2 more 8-week classes to finish the semester with a total of 7 classes. Okay, not 8, I did 7 classes. So take 4 or 8-week classes, and that is what really helped me because I had a bunch of classes in the beginning, and then you start trickling down and getting less and less. But in total you have 7 classes. You're just not taking 7 at one time. One major thing I did to make sure it was not completely torturous was to look up your teachers on Rate My Professor. Rate My Professor is a website where you can search reviews for your teachers, for your schools, whatever, your classes, all that. They give you like a grade system, like out of 5 or 10, I forgot what it was. And you can just see if your teacher is good before you take the class from students that have already taken them. So with shortened classes, there are 2 types of teachers that you'll meet, possibly. So the first teacher that you might meet, which is amazing, you could check the reviews to find these types of teachers, and I love them. It's when they know that it's an 8 or a 4-week class, so they'll reduce the workload compared to a 16-week class. And that's really helpful, and it helps you get the class done so much easier. And it's also great because you're still getting the same amount of credits, just faster and less work. It's almost like cheating, but it's not. Then there's the other teacher that I sadly got for my 4-week class. It's when you have a 4 or an 8-week class and they realize that you're still getting the same amount of credits as a 16-week class, and they try to shove the 16 weeks worth of work into that tiny little time. And that was torturous for my first 4 weeks. I had at least 3 movies a week to be watching and so many quizzes and so much work. So watch out for those teachers. That was terrible. Number 5 is to schedule out your day. I took all my classes online, which was really helpful because it saves you time not having to drive back and forth. But if you're doing it in person, try to plan out your day every day. I recommend getting an agenda that has like the times and stuff so you can fill it all out. Write down everything from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed or when you stop doing homework. That's what I did. This you might not be able to do at the start, but it's to take a break during the week. I told myself that I would never do homework on the weekends, and I totally stuck by that. For the first 2 years of college, I've only done homework on a Saturday twice. Once you're doing like 5 shortened classes and you start doing like 4 or 3, yeah, it still seems like a lot if you're not used to it. Once you're used to the 5, 3 is not that bad. I ended up having more free time because I was so used to being rushed and I didn't know how to slow down. So I ended up having a day on Wednesday where I could take a break and do YouTube work or edit. I don't know if you'll be able to do that doing credit overload, but I was able to and it was nice. But my number 1 tip, don't do homework on the weekends. Also, if you try planning out your day the right way using your agenda, and also if you go to my How to Get Straight A's video, I give you a little template that I use to make sure I had all my assignments done every week, and I totally recommend you do that. This one is so important. I even do this with my YouTube work. It's to have a start time and an end time and stick to it like a job. Every morning when I was doing it online, I would start at 7:30, take a break in the middle of the day to do a workout or to eat lunch or a snack or whatever, and then get back into it and stop at around 4-ish, 4:30, depending on where I'm at in that assignment. But yeah, set a time and stick to it. You look at the time and it's like 2 and you just know, okay, I only have 2 hours left or something, whatever your time is. It's just nice to know that you don't have to keep going the whole day and the whole night. This is so cliche, but seriously, I didn't do this. Ask your teachers for help. When you don't know an answer, ask your teacher. Don't be afraid of sounding stupid. My biology class, I literally almost failed because I didn't ask the teacher for help. And she said after every lecture video, you can email me for help. And literally she emailed me back so fast. I would have failed the class. I wouldn't have graduated if I didn't ask for help. And that's what they're there for. That's what they're kind of getting paid for, especially online. They are paid to help you. I created a playlist and I'm going to be adding more to this throughout the year about just helpful tips for you guys. I want to be as helpful as I possibly can. I totally recommend you watch these, especially if you're just now starting college. I'll save you money, I'll save you time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up so I know, and I will create more tip videos if you guys like them. I do this thing on my channel called Shoutout Sundays. If you want a shout out in next week's video, all you have to do is comment something and be subscribed. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday or next Wednesday. Bye.